This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Let me tell you one thing as we get set up to start this live stream. There's one thing that the Oilers need to do, and that is win. And not just win for themselves, but win for us Oilers fans struggling back home. It's been a rough start to the year. You don't want to fall to 2-10-1. Come on now. And secondarily as well, you know how much a win tonight changes even the slightest narratives around this team. So what I'm hoping for here is the Oilers just come out and give us a great hockey game and give us a reason to get excited again, because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people are upset with me about what I've voiced about the Oilers the past week or so, but when it comes down to it, friends, the Oilers haven't given us anything else to talk about. Yeah, they get 40 shots, still lose. Right? So let's not dwell on, obviously, the things we're doing good, because they mean nothing, but let's also not dwell on the total negative here, because we still got time to turn things around. You just got to turn things around ASAP and not let things slip ever again this season. So that's what we're trying to get to tonight, is obviously go out and win our first game since the Heritage Classic, friends. That's been, 12 days since our last win, and that was only our second win on the season. So that's kind of a tough go if you're the Edmonton Oilers, and right now we're almost, exactly a month into the year, and you've got one win, or two wins. That ain't going to do the job. So this evening, let's go do that job. Let's go get our third win of the year, and let's go see what this Edmonton Oilers team can do as things continue along for us, right? That's all it comes down to. Go out there, do the job, win a hockey game. Let's go Oilers, right? That's what we're hoping for, and hopefully what we all see from the Oilers this evening. If you haven't already left a like on the stream, definitely make sure to do that as we get things set up this evening. I'd like to, as the Ottawa Senators have just beat the Calgary Flames, so the trifecta for things I care about tonight is not going to happen. The RMAA U13B Renegades were able to pull off a 7-1 win in tournament action today. The Flames have fallen to the Ottawa Senators, and the Oilers play the Seattle Kraken here shortly. That's where we're at this evening, friends, as we get set up. Again, I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody new and old that has hit that subscribe button, because, friends, we got ourselves a special little moment here on the channel this weekend. It's the 10th anniversary weekend, and by the way as well, guess what? We had 13,000 subscribers, so it's been a heck of a ride on Dolynny TV over the past several years, and I look forward to capping it off with a little special something in-house production tomorrow down in Strathmore. All right, friends, what do we know? We've got Christine, Jason, Blank, and Garrett in the chat earlier this evening. Toph, welcome in. You have zero idea how I feel, even if they do well. That's fair enough. And TWS, what's going on? Good evening with you. And then Lap as well, good evening to you. And Alan, good evening. So we've got everybody covered off in the chat. And obviously right now, we have got overtime between Montreal and Boston. It's a Saturday night original six matchup. You know that's guaranteed, whether it be Boston and Montreal or Montreal and Toronto. It always seems to be the plan. So as we get fired up here, friends, it is a big game. We know that. We know what we need to do here. And there's really only one thing the Oilers can do here tonight, and that is win. It's all but guaranteed from every source we can find on the Jay Woodcroft Ken Holland news is that Ken Holland and Jay Woodcroft are gone after this game no matter what. Although I would love to see a win to send both of them out in style if indeed they are gone right here. So again, if you watched that video earlier today and you're saying I clickbaited it, I'm sorry, friends. You saw the stuff I used in that video to reference the title. And obviously you saw right there, Heavy Hockey with the sourced information saying that the Oilers will fire Jay Woodcroft and Ken Holland post-game or sometime this holiday weekend, this Remembrance Day weekend. Of course, a huge weekend for us here in Canada, honor our veterans and honor those who sacrifice their lives to allow us, picture in point, to watch tonight's hockey game in the style that we get to. So, no, it's a huge game for the Oilers, and obviously there's a ton on the line. I don't think you're going to save anyone's job if they've already been fired, but again, we'll see what happens here this evening. I've already run my voice dry. I already need to go to the old watering hole here and get myself a sip out of the old trusty. You know it. The old trusty train bottle. She's back. If you haven't caught a live stream recently, you know it's back. But Toph, to answer your question, I do not have Monday off. I'm doing a little something funky with my schedule to allow myself more time at Christmas. Nice little flexibility, almost working for yourself kind of deal, is you can do those kind of things. And secondarily as well for the Oilers, definitely nobody's got Monday off because we'll be likely seeing some news over the Oilers on Monday. So, all right, let's see what happens here for Montreal and Boston in overtime. Looking forward to seeing these two dance. Here's the shot denied right away. Who is that? Mike Matheson. I could have used that goal. Matheson would have scored there. That's a big plus in the fantasy stats category, I would tell you that. I guess we could reference right now where we're at when it comes down to the old fantasy hockey team. Boston trying to end it, but of course I got nobody from Boston. What do we got here? We've got Evgeny Malkin. Oh, how about that? A goal and an assist, +2, having a heck of a night. 2 goals, 5 assists, -3, 3 power play points, 19 shots on goal, 22 face-offs won, 8 hits, and 14 blocks for the old fantasy team, with Fogle and Bobby Brink yet to go tonight. And looks like I'm not going to lose nearly as bad as I thought I was. I got a grand total of 3 or 4 categories that I could still very well win this evening. So that is huge to see, and let's see what happens as we got both goaltenders going tomorrow. Tie that category, toss it up. That could be a huge thing for us here. But right now, Boston rolling around the zone. We're going to get to the one-timer here. Shot denied by Sam Montembeault. And now this one's going to be played to an area, and that's a loose puck all the way down to the goaltender. Is that Allmark or Swayman? I think that's Swayman, number 1, right? I believe so. And let's see what happens here as this comes to the near side. How far behind am I? Oh my goodness. I never hit go live after the 32 thoughts this evening. Not 32 thoughts, but Saturday headlines. I never hit go live. That's my bad, friends. So my apologies. That makes much more sense now. Watching, I'm like, man, Peter, I'm really behind tonight. But I guess that would make sense. Good thing I caught that now. All right. Oh, Kevin, good evening to you as well. And Lane, welcome in. As I'm thinking we're catching everybody here. Yeah, I think we've caught everybody. So, yeah, no, huge game tonight. We're on commercial break now because I was just 45 minutes behind, I swear. Let's see what happens here. Coyote, welcome in as well. And as we go here, just to look at it, looks like the live stream's off and running for the evening already. Good to see. And yeah, no, it's been a productive past 48 hours. And I'd like to tell you, you guys think it's been a busy 48 hours for me. Go over to the Oilers Fanatic, quickly click on his channel, and yeah, your eyes don't deceive you. 44,000 views on his post about Ken Holland and Jay Woodcroft late last night. That is absolutely bananas for Mr. Patrick over at the Oilers Fanatic, putting up 44,000 views in a span of less than 12 hours. That is insane, but that's where we're at. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, we'll see what the Oilers can do tonight. Give us something to talk about, I guess. Maybe they'll give us something positive to talk about. Highly doubt that, though, just given how things have been going. But, yeah, Montreal wins the game. And they win 3-2 in overtime. So, the Oilers, I don't care how you win in a shootout, win in overtime. Keep it close and win it. That's all it comes down to tonight. Scout, welcome in as, yeah, see what happens here. But we just got to get to this game time now. It's 7:54 on the clock. Obviously, we'll see what happens at the top of the clock when the Oilers decide to go out there and play some hockey this evening. Who got that overtime goal? It was Caden Gooley getting the goal for the Montreal Canadiens. That's a huge one. As they got across the blue line, just kind of dipsy-doodled one on net based off of the skates of Newhook, who picks up a pretty solid assist as well, just by kicking that one back into the slot for Caden Gooley, coming in hot from the point. But that's where we're at this evening, friends. We'll see what the Edmonton Oilers do. That's That's really all it comes down to. I really don't know how to play this any more than that. After the last post game, I'm really out of ways to explain how upset I am with the Oilers, explain what I want to see changed, and explain what these guys are doing wrong on the ice. But I mean, every game you play, you can always lose, but you can always win. So hopefully they choose the latter instead of the former, and they go out there and get this job done this evening. I don't know how many of us actually expect them to win. I don't know how many of us expect anything here from the Oilers, but there's a whole bunch of scrapping in the Vancouver Canucks game. Nice to see there. Don't mind seeing the Canucks and Leafs going toe-to-toe against each other on a Saturday night. For those of you back home that don't know what's going on, it is Stuart Skinner in net, by the way. Unfortunately for the Oilers, they continue to ride Skinner, who has not been very productive this season. To give you the tail of the tape, my friends, where the Oilers sit so far, 2.58 goals per game, 2.71 for the Kraken, 4.17 goals against per game, 3.36 goals against per game for the Kraken. 23 and third power play percentage for the Oilers. Kraken are better at 26.2, and this is ugly. Tonight could be a score fest on the penalty kill, because right now, as it currently sits, 70.2 for the penalty kill percentage for the Edmonton Oilers, and 72.5% for the Seattle Kraken. We'll see what comes of this one this evening. It'll be interesting as you see the last two results. The Oilers in the preseason took both games against the Kraken, so hopefully it can kind of translate to 3 straight against the Kraken. Yeah, we'll see what ends up coming from it tonight. It's just about 8 o'clock here. Just about 8 o'clock, but for the Oilers, I guess, is there really anything else we need to cover off? I don't think there is. Defense sucks. Scoring's non-existent. Goaltending's rocky. I don't really know what else to tell you, friends. We're just going to hopefully get to the game fast enough here that we can make a difference in this live stream early, and the Oilers might come out flying or something and decide to win us a hockey game nice and early this evening. That would be greatly appreciated. Again, though, if you go out there flying for the first 10 and give up like you have every other game, that might just be a huge, huge problem yet again. So, what do we got? The Oilers and Zadorov and Montembeault, pretty much the Saturday headlines. Old school football, guys cranked up on that one, that's for sure. And there's nothing else here to really say at this point. Looks like we got nothing, so we are good to go here in a matter of time, friends. Salinas, welcome in, and Gelato, welcome in as well. All right, friends. I don't know. There's 62 of you watching right now. I really feel the only thing we can really do nice and early is boost up this live stream as much as possible, and hopefully either watch the Oilers melt down together or hopefully watch the Oilers win their 3rd game of the season together. Again, it's also an 8 o'clock game, and I've already watched, pretty much 4 periods of hockey today, 5 periods of hockey today. I don't know how much juice my eyeballs have left watching hockey today, but we're going to find out. If you haven't already, hit that like button on the stream. That would be greatly appreciated, friends, if you could do that for me. And with that, we'll go to our first watch time check of the evening. I feel like we've started this live stream rather hotter than normal. And if we go out here and translate this here, 3.33 times that would give us a grand total of 9.8 hours on the stream. So again, thank you very much, friends. And of course, to anybody's point asking about why I ask you to hit that like button, you know what, the more interaction that like button gets on the live stream early on, it really helps translate more people to the live stream as the stream goes along. So just one of those things that you guys can do to kind of pass along some hopefully good luck to me this evening, and hopefully a little bit more of a positive reach this evening, being able to talk about an Oilers win by night's end. My goodness, I'm hoping for it. Let's hopefully see it. George, welcome in. And Roger, welcome in. Again, George, I think a lot of Oilers fans are here to watch the Oilers lose tonight as well. So don't you worry about that. No offense taken if you're watching for the Oilers to lose this evening. And let's go here and let's go to the home schedule. And there it is. And watch live. There it is. Okay, looks like we just got to switch over here. The game just ended over on Sportsnet now, so hopefully we get things going here in a matter of moments and we should be good to go. So friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. If you're just tuning in again, thank you for being aboard. It's been already a scrambly one. Again, I really don't know what to tell you. I'm just hoping for a victory, and obviously too, if the Oilers want to go out there and get the job done, that would be greatly appreciated this evening. And looks like we are ready for this Oilers broadcast. Looks like we're going to get a picture of one of two Connor McDavid goals this season, I guess. And yeah, when it comes to watching the Oilers lose, there's going to be a lot of Oilers fans waiting for the Oilers to lose tonight. Yeah, no, it's hopefully a big night for the Oilers, but again, most of us wouldn't be upset if they lost and made some sweeping changes at the same time. Joe, welcome in, and Dale, welcome in as well, as we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully the Oilers can kind of get this job done. Quite a few shots of Jay Woodcroft right off the start tonight. We'll see what happens. And friends, obviously a lot of comments coming in early on in this stream. I honestly can't keep up with them, and I tell you, if the Oilers go sideways tonight, I won't be able to keep up with the chat, so my apologies if I miss anything early on and often tonight, because it's going to be a tough night to keep up with, that's for sure. We'll see what happens here. Scott Oak on the broadcast here, live from Seattle this evening. So he will bring us potential coaching change update here. As we'll see if Jay Woodcroft can get a victory in what might be his final game as Edmonton Oilers head coach this evening. Flashbacks. And it looks like, oh yeah, way back when the St. Louis Blues were beating on each other in practice. I forgot that happened. My goodness, that's rock bottom, friends. When we have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl scrapping it out of practice, you know that's when we've hit rock bottom. Stuart Skinner, though, looking to make some saves tonight and hopefully get us the job done. As it'd be fantastic to see the Edmonton Oilers go out there and, I mean, fly to a 3-0, 4-0 lead in the first period and really just bring it home the rest of the way. Is I mean, what else do you do, right? You lose this game, it ain't going to be pretty, and I don't think I can stomach a full live stream of another Oilers loss. So we'll obviously see how far I make it tonight if the Oilers choose not to show up for tonight's game against the Seattle Kraken. That'll be the biggest question of the night. I think most of us are looking for answers on how much are the Oilers actually going to show up and how much is it going to count in terms of the points department this evening. Friends, as we continue along here tonight, of course, it is Stuart Skinner in net, Philip Grubauer for the Seattle Kraken. Again, I will remind you, these two teams, the only real differential between them is the goals against, which is a .8 slide favorite for the Seattle Kraken, so keep that in mind there. The Kraken appearing to have lost Jordan Eberle for some time. Burakovsky and Tanev look to be both on the IR right now, so the 2-9-1 Edmonton Oilers versus the 5-6-3 Seattle Kraken. So the Oilers with 5 points, the Kraken with a grand total of 13. So to get fifth in the Pacific, you got to claw back a grand total of 8 points tonight. The Oilers could do 2 of those 8 against a division opponent, a 4-point game already this early in November. So see what happens here. We're back on commercial break right quick. It is, of course, Hockey Night in Canada, and that's what they like to do to us. Lots of commercials all the way. And we'll see what comes of it this evening. All right, friends, we are waiting for this one. The lineup remains unchanged. There's really going to be no substantial changes to the Edmonton Oilers lineup at all over the next little bit until we make a trade or we get Connor Brown and Matthias Janmark back. Obviously, what do you do, right? You can't really shuffle the deck too much more than we already have. James Hamblin, a key part of tonight's hockey game. Alrighty, where are we at? One more check of the watch time. I could do that, just because I haven't seen this kind of numbers early and often on a live stream in a long while. How about that? 16.6. We're crushing along so far. That's not bad at all. We'll take that. And yeah, no, they're taking their sweet time getting to tonight's hockey game. I will tell you that much. There's been a lot of commercial breaks this evening. I think at one point before Saturday headlines, we watched what seemed to be if you were watching back home with me, 15 minutes straight of commercials. That was unbelievable. All right. Sportsnet Plus commercial break in progress. Good to see. That's where we're at. And yeah. Right now, big thing is, friends, you want to keep the vibes positive. It takes one game tonight to start a streak. That is straight from Jay Woodcroft himself. If the Oilers can go out there and start a streak, hey, you never know, right? I said it looks impossible to win 8 straight, to get back to 10, 9, and 1 on the season. But if the Oilers choose to do that, you know I'm going to be right there with them. I told you to get rid of everybody. I told you goodbye. But at the end of the day, I'm an Oilers fan through and through. And if the Oilers choose to go out there and win us a hockey game, that would be fantastic. If they choose to go out there and win 8 in a row, that would be even better. So here we go. The Space Needle in Seattle. That thing is a monument. Absolute beautiful in the dark. I don't often get to see that thing too much, but looks good out there. And it looks like we are going to have the in-game presentation, and then we are going to get set for this hockey game to get underway as the Climate Pledge Arena. Of course, a beautiful arena down in Seattle. I've heard they actually have no parking down at the rink. So here we go. We've got the singing of the national anthem this evening. Wearing our reverse retro Seattle Kraken jersey. That's an interesting choice. Okay. Let's go do this. All right. We've got an old veteran on the ice this evening. I missed his name, unfortunately. But we are good to go for tonight's anthems, friends. My apologies. I'm scrambled again. I've turned up the volume a little bit more, but I still don't catch it all, unfortunately. And we've got a World War II veteran in the house at Climate Pledge Arena as well. We should be good to get going here in a matter of moments. And here we go. All right, friends, we are just about ready to get to the anthems here. Just going through this gentleman's records and, of course, medals. And we should be ready to get going here for this. Oh man, they are absolutely going crazy for this guy. Good on him. Military service members from the U.S. of A. down every aisle right now at Climate Pledge Arena. Of course, it is Remembrance Day, and I guess at this time I should pass along a huge thank you to all those of you watching back home in uniform, or those of you who have served and are veterans of our great country here in Canada. Thank you very much for your service. And with that, I think we are about to have the anthems, friends. As it was a pretty special morning this morning on my way into Calgary. Got a chance down the road. They were playing the bagpipes as part of a Remembrance Day ceremony in Airdrie as I headed into Calgary, grabbing gas there, and got a chance to take a moment and listen and, of course, reflect on how lucky we are to be able to sit here tonight and watch this evening's hockey game with, of course, the freedom and security that we all enjoy here in our great country of Canada. We've got O Canada currently playing at Climate Pledge Arena this evening, and we are almost ready for the Oilers versus the Seattle Kraken, a game that means a whole heck of a lot to both teams involved. For the Kraken, they're looking to climb the standings. They obviously aren't happy with their start, and nor are the Edmonton Oilers, who would love a much better start to this one, getting a 3-9-1 record, and then maybe a 4-9-1 record, 5-9, 6-9, and then maybe 10-9-1 by the end of an 8-game win streak to get to 10-10, like some people have said is possible after 20 games. Oh, Canada, winding down here at Climate Pledge Arena. And you want to talk about a long time before this game. It's been a long while since we had to wait for the hockey game at 8 o'clock to start this long, but it's all good, as we are almost set for this one, and we are going to have a pretty moving rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, I am sure, this evening, as we are going to have Amanda Wright sing the national anthem for the United States of America this evening. Tim, good evening to you as well, as we are going to get this hockey game done and underway after one more anthem here at the arena in Seattle, friends. I'm itching. You know, when I start repeating myself as much as I have, I'm just itching to get to the hockey. So give me a few moments here and we'll get right to the play-by-play. I'm glad to have you aboard, friends. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure to do that. We just crossed 30. I know we could probably hit 35 before puck drop, and then we're off and going for what is going to be a huge game this evening for the Edmonton Oilers. Hopefully a big turnaround this evening. So you can hear my TV. That's not good. Let me turn that down, as the old anthem is going pretty loud, but we should be ready to rock and roll for tonight's hockey game. They've got the old anthem volume tuned. Oh, that would be why. That would be why. Had the live stream volume cranked. I was watching on my TV the other night. My apologies, friends. Let's do this here. Thank you to Gillis TV for texting that in, making sure I know what's going on and not getting some dumb copyright strike here in a matter of moments. Although the audio really shouldn't be too much of a copyright issue, still don't want to pass that along in the mention here. So here we go. The national anthem of the United States of America coming to an end here in a matter of moments, and we should be ready for hockey this evening, friends. The most crucial game of the season, and that's right, Climate Pledge Arena. Literally no parking, it's just a big old open park space. One of the wildest things in the NHL, that's for sure. Seattle fogged in by the looks of it. Yeah, there's a little bit of fog going out there in Seattle. That's an interesting look. That big hill that's in Seattle, if you've ever climbed that, I've been told it's a nasty one. And here we go, friends. Stuart Skinner in net for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. Ride or die, your Stuart Skinner in net for the Edmonton Oilers. 1-5-1 record, 3.87 goals against average, and an .854 save percentage. It's going to turn around against anyone. It's going to be the Seattle Kraken, or else we're going to see some firings right away in oil country. Grubauer in net for the Seattle Kraken, 3-5-0, 301 goals against average, and a .900 save percentage. So not that much better numbers for Grubauer, realistically speaking, but obviously the Oilers would love to get some better numbers out of Stuart Skinner this evening. I'm going to go right out of the front of the net and try and manifest it. Stuart Skinner, my friends, tonight a shutout or a terrible performance. I'll give you the option of either or, but this evening we're going to see what happens. Connor McDavid geared up for the face-off at center ice. Referee says, hold up, boys, one more second, let's go. Connor McDavid wins it back to Evan Bouchard. He'll rim it around the right side boards into the near side. Battled there by the Kraken. The Oilers given chase. They're able to win the puck battle, and Warren Foegele turns that one over immediately to the Kraken, who will transition down the ice. Ekholm bats it away from Gord. Oilers coming back the other way. Foegele again losing that puck. The Kraken collect. Adam Larsson back to the far side. Dodd, he gets it back from his D partner, and it'll be fired to the far side. Kraken across the blue line, chipped and charged there by the Oilers to get it back into possession. Bouchard bats it off the end boards, and Ekholm with it will dodge a defender, and then Bouchard spins off the referee, and the Kraken will fire it back in from center. Stuart Skinner out to play it, leaves it there for Ekholm. You got Hamlin, Lavoie, and Gagne as a line this evening, as Matthias Ekholm fires it up the boards, bats it all the way into Kraken territory. Grubauer on the backhand, rims it around behind the net, and Evander Kane came after it, and he may very well still have it. My apologies, my live stream just froze up there, and we will just refresh that. That tends to happen twice a night, so no harm, no foul. We might miss the first Oilers goal, but doesn't seem like it there, as the Kraken will transition this one out of their zone and back down in the Oilers' end. Nice and call, touched up by Brett Kulak. So, and good evening to you, friends that are just tuning in this evening. Thank you for being aboard us. I'm sorry if I've missed you this evening. The chat's moving way faster than I can possibly keep up with this evening, and obviously the comments even over the past 24, 48 hours have been moving a lot faster than I think I've ever seen them on Dolynny TV. 18:46 to go here in this first period. We're just barely underway between the Seattle Kraken and the Edmonton Oilers here. 18:35 in the first period. Here comes Sam Gagner up the boards as he's going to muscle this one to center. The Kraken able to push it back into the Oilers' end. Darnell Nurse with it. Flip to the near side, left wing, as it'll be picked up by Draisaitl across the Kraken blue line. He'll drag down low to Connor McDavid, spinning off a check, still with possession. Knocks it back to the blue line. CC back to McDavid, dances around a man, and ultimately turns it over as he has many times this season. Schwartz on the entry into the zone will bat it behind the net, and this will be Darnell Nurse backhanding ahead. This one will be lifted into the central ice area, back to the Kraken blue line. D to D and up again into the Oilers zone. The Kraken will backhand Schwartz. This one picked up by Holloway, who's been buzzing for some time in a while, and this one comes back to the Kraken at their own blue line again. They'll reset and look to break out once more across the Edmonton Oilers blue line. Still at their own line, however, Vince Dunn spins back to Adam Larsson. He will look to make this play. The Kraken spin around there and go back to the far side in front of the benches and shoot the puck in and effectively go for a line change before actually rushing the Oilers in the zone as Dylan Holloway was taking his time getting to that puck. Vinny Desharnais will stop up with the puck on the rim around the other side. He'll come to the near side. Now Dylan Holloway's pass is cut off and turned over, but the Kraken, however, are offside at the Oilers line. 17:16 to go here in this first period. 0-0 the shots. The Oilers couple blind plays in the Kraken zone, and other than that, you've got nothing happening for Stuart Skinner other than a couple of puck touches. There's Calvin Pickard and that beautiful mustache he's got rocking tonight. 17:16 to go. The face-off to the left of Stuart Skinner, outside of the zone of the Oilers blue line. Recalled from the Bakersfield Condors was James Hamblin back on Wednesday. Seems like a long time ago. 17:14. I think he's been up a little longer than that, obviously because of the emergency exception. 860 save percentage for the Oilers, officially last in the NHL. Near side pass to Darnell Nurse across the Kraken blue line. Drag in front, can't do it. And this one's going to be a battle won by Raphael Lavoie and a hard stick. That's the big thing. Well, I'll be honest with you, the best hockey game I've seen in a while is the game played by the RMA Renegades up in Standard today. The Gagner guy will go back to the blue line there. Nurse will fire it up over a stick and out of play, and we will have a quick stoppage in play. 16:42 to go as the Oilers yet again failed to get a shot on net, but continue to keep the puck in the zone, at least on this next possession for the time being, as the face-off will go in the Kraken zone. 3-1-1 in the last 5 games for the Kraken, so they're a team on the rise. And let's see what happens here as this face-off will be ready to rock and roll in just a matter of moments, friends. I'll tell you the story of the jersey here in a matter of moments, but as it goes here, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in the face-off against Yanni Gourde. He wins it back. Ekholm the clapper right up off the blocker of Grubauer, batted down by the Kraken. They'll look to break out, and there's the far side pass. Thankfully, though, for the Oilers, they're able to seal it off rather fast. Ekholm getting back just in time. Kraken with the puck rolling around the far side boards in the Oilers zone. They're going to backhand it down there, and the Oilers quick to break it away. Evan Bouchard with a good heads-up first pass, just missed the stick of Evander Kane. This one on the near side, now played in front. Stuart Skinner with potentially the save of his season. Oh my goodness, quick across and a good play to keep that one out, and then some help from the D-man in front as well, as you like to see that for sure, as this one will come into the near side boards, as this is going to be batted down into the Kraken zone, played by Grubauer to his D-man, D to D on the far side corner now. 15:50 to go as we've got this first period is Been a long one. Turnover at the high blue line there for Warren Foegele. He's got the puck in the offensive zone. The Oilers are going to run show for a few seconds. Shot directed to the net. Both teams with 2 shots apiece now. And here's Connor McDavid getting to the attack. The shot coming from Darnell Nurse stings a guy in front, able to get it out. And the Kraken will lift ahead here off the tape of Matty Beniers as he will fire it into the far side corner in the Oilers zone this time. The one-timer coming, wicked shot. Blocked in front, never fully got a part of it that he should have. And behind the net, there's old friend Kyler Yamamoto. Oilers to the offense now as they get the turnover behind their own net. Darnell Nurse leading away. He'll chip in charge. And Warren Foegele will come after the puck in the near side corner in the Kraken zone. 15:06 to go here as the Oilers continue to look for that shot that says, hey, we're in it to win it tonight. Here maybe it is from Brett Kulak as he drags to the far side. And now Leon Draisaitl gets taken down. Landed flat on his butt, and now the Oilers will try and defend to the blue line again, and defender gets spun off the attacker, and that's happened all too many times this year, not hard enough against the boards. And this one comes back the other way now. Ryan McLeod over the boards as Leon Draisaitl comes back, can't do the job to keep that one in. Brett Kulak gets it across the line, and this is going to be stapled back in by the Seattle Kraken. 14:30 to go. Oilers backhand to get it, try and free it out of the zone again. Nice play by Draisaitl. Losing the handle was Vinny Desharnais, and it's shot back down to Stuart Skinner in behind the Oilers' net. Kulak looking for a D-to-D option. He's got Desharnais. Desharnais will skate this one ahead. This comes off the boards, and now flying after it is Ryan McLeod, and they somehow rule him as the icing. All right, 5-7-6, not a bad number to start the live stream. Obviously, we'll take that. And Stuart Skinner, that's a huge paddle save, and then a good job getting back over to make sure that one didn't go in. It's been a long day watching hockey, that's for sure. 14:08 to go here in this first period of play. Yanni Gourde, 1 goal, 5 assists in the last 6 games for him. So a point per game for Yanni Gourde over the past little bit. Face off to the left of Stuart Skinner. Oilers are able to win it right there. 14:06 remaining here in this first period. And this first period's already felt like it's dragging on. Maybe it's just glasses slowing things down and allowing my eyes to focus a little better. I'm not too sure. But my goodness, it's been an interesting first 6 minutes of really not a lot of hockey. 2-1 the shots for the Edmonton Oilers. The Kraken played in their own zone. Both teams looking to set up that first full-fledged attack, which neither team has been able to do just over 6 minutes into this hockey game. Pass to Dylan Holloway here. He'll rush up the ice, get into the zone. Nice play there for Derek Ryan as Holloway falls down. Ryan on top of Holloway trying to free that puck up. The Kraken just pushed Derek Ryan right under the pile, and the Kraken across the Oilers line now. Nice pass D-to-D, and this one will come back into the attacking space for the Kraken. They couldn't do the job, and the Oilers are able to turn it over here and get it down the length of the ice into the Kraken end as Grubauer once again will touch that puck. Interesting. And we've got a near side pass for the Kraken, cut off the blue line. Nuge can't handle it. And this is going to be picked up again by the Kraken in front of their own net, off the side of the net, in fact. And now you got an opportunity here for the Oilers to play it down low. Sam Gagner backing it around. Evander Kane going here. And this one's going to come back into the Oilers' territory. 12:48 to go here in the first period of play. And Cody Ceci will get this job going here. So he will play it to the near side. The Oilers will look to lift up and out of the zone, carried in ahead by Evander Kane. And, we got 12:33 to go here in this first period. As this has been a long period of a whole lot of nothing, to be honest with you, friends. This has been a weird start. Usually the Oilers are a little bit more high event hockey than this, but no, it's not really too much happening all at once here as of now. The Oilers will bat this one forward. How about Connor McDavid across the blue line? He'll walk in. He'll go in behind the net. Maybe the Oilers are going to set something up here at last. Nope. Lose the handle does McDavid again. Struggling to keep his hands on the puck this year. Not really sure what that's all about. 11:56 to go as we continue to cycle the puck around the ice, and neither team really doing much of anything here this evening. 11:49 to go as the Kraken will lift ahead in the Oilers' end. This one's going to be offside for the Kraken. This will be picked up now by Leon Draisaitl in behind his own net. And I'm sorry, this one's putting me to sleep. I mean, it's a good thing for the Edmonton Oilers to be putting me to sleep early on a Saturday night because they're obviously not losing. But no, the big thing here is there is not much of all for high event hockey in this one. So we're liking this one so far as this comes to Raphael Lavoie. It's batted to the far side. Here's a shot for the Kraken. Huge save for Stuart Skinner. Needed that one early, got that one early. And we will have a stoppage in play right here, right now. And friends, I'm going to take a quick moment to run upstairs and refill my water bottle. Kind of already ran out of water, so my apologies. But I will be right back, friends. Don't you worry. All right, friends, let's keep doing this. My apologies. Just as I always do this year. Quick refill on the water. As we got a commercial break, like I did say, the RMA Renegades U13B squad tonight able to take home a victory against the Calgary Junior Inferno. It was a good little matchup in tournament action. Good to see, obviously, the Renegades going out there and winning. They weren't sporting the Gator Green, but obviously we'll see them in Gator Green tomorrow, and you'll see me in Gator Green tomorrow as we get looking forward to the medal round of the tournament tomorrow. 74 of you watched along for the ride here. Coaches since 15-16, Todd McClellan, 508 win percentage. Ken Hitchcock, 484 win percentage. Dave Tippett, 596 win percentage. And then you thought it could get better. It did. 640 win percentage for Jay Woodcroft. And obviously 2 playoff appearances as well, both going deeper than the first round. So here we go, friends. Connor McDavid ready to go. Ken Holland looks like he has been fired, to be honest with you. That look on Ken Holland's face tells me he has been fired by all means and intents for this Oilers squad. Here we go. Brett Kulak will play it across to the Oilers defenseman there, and then it will be fired back into the Kraken zone. 11 minutes to go here in this first period of play. We've had a sleepy one to start. Not necessarily the worst thing for the Oilers as long as they go out there and decide to dominate at some point. Skinner cuts off this puck, played to the far side, and the Oilers will carry up ahead. Kulak now with the puck from the pass from Desharnais. How about this? Ryan McLeod carries across the blue line, able to get that one going for a brief moment, and he'll get it right back as he'll backhand over to Dylan Holloway, and that will be cut off and picked up now by the Seattle Kraken. 2 shots apiece through the first 9.5 minutes of this hockey game. Interesting this evening, that is for sure. And friends, I don't know how much more I'm going to have in me this evening. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go the whole yard this evening, that's for sure. 10:14 to go here in this first period of play. As this one comes to the near sideboards, picked up by Evander Kane. Kane will get across the line, picked up there by the Oilers. Shot on net, scores! The Edmonton Oilers somehow fumble a puck into the back of the net. Zach Hyman gets the goal off the pass from Evander Kane. And my goodness, what a goal there for the Edmonton Oilers. Drive it to the net, go to the bad area, where the goaltender isn't likely to make the save because of a situation like that. The puck's bouncing and he ain't going to see it. And what a play there. Good strong board play by Evander Kane. Gets it over to Zach Hyman, who lifts up over top of the shoulder of Philip Grubauer. And a great pass from Evander Kane, who you might argue could have been and has been over the past week and a half the best Edmonton Oiler for us so far, as he lifts up almost bar down on that backhand. Zach Hyman, you love to see it. That's what we needed. And now all of a sudden, maybe the floodgates are open here for Edmonton. I don't know. You tell me. 9:54 to go here in this first period of play. Shot number 3 of the game is the first goal for the Edmonton Oilers. That is not bad at all Nugent-Hopkins, sorry, that's Connor McDavid along the boards, playing with Draisaitl and Foegele, as Ekholm just blew a guy up. I mean, Ekholm just threw him to the ice with a good shoulder check. Here's another shot, blocked in front. Bouchard wired away from Foegele, and now Grubauer's still bouncing there, and he will end up recovering that. And now we got immediately in the corner, as this one's about to bust wide open. Foegele, he's got two men trying to take him. There's a man with the gloves off. Borgen was going to throw hands with Warren Foegele. And let's go. The Edmonton Oilers fired up here for some odd reason. After getting that first goal, maybe they smelt blood in the water. Borgen will go to the box. And the Edmonton Oilers look like they might have just drawn a power play here, as Foegele gets a cross check, and then he gets hands on with Borgen. And Borgen says, no, we're scrapping. Foegele, not known as a scrapper, doesn't do that. And that's a good work there from the Edmonton Oilers to get this job done tonight. You'll love to see it. Love to see the Oilers go out there and obviously do this as well. All right, friends. See what the Edmonton Oilers can achieve. But as it is currently, we're into the live stream quite well, I'd say. 39 likes. Looking for anyone that could hit number 40 for us. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'll give you a quick watch time update as well. Talking about obviously sitting here saying I was not going to live stream the whole game, and then the Oilers come back to back. Basically sequences, score a goal, and then do that as well. Don't mind that at all. And just to give you a multiplier here, 4.2. How about that? Almost 50 hours into the live stream, just under halfway, or just over halfway done this first period. That's not bad at all. We can take that. I mean, it's been kind of crazy. The watch time that Patrick and I have seen, the time you guys are spending with us here over the past 24, 48 hours has been absolutely immaculate. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I can't say that enough. 13,000 subscribers here this weekend already, and as you see as well, 13,112 is the new total. So friends, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I'd be greatly appreciative if you could do that. Obviously stay tuned for the live streams, and of late it's been the post games that most of you are most interested in, because there's been a lot to say in those post games, and hopefully things that I regret by season's end, right? If I come to regret anything I said in the post game by season's end because we're lifting the Stanley Cup, that's a win in my pocket. So friends, let's get this going here. You hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll keep the play-by-play going here in a matter of moments, as we should be ready to get going here. We are looking for just a few moments of break time, though. We'll have the face-off to the right of Grubauer. Draisaitl will take the draw. No, now it'll be Connor McDavid on the power play face-off. That's not a bad thing at all. Evan Bouchard wins the face-off, and here he will play it back as he's got the puck. He will look down low to Draisaitl, load up the one-timer, not coming. Now Nugent-Hopkins over to Bouchard. The Oilers power play looking to move this puck down low. They do. Back to Bouchard for the cannon, blocked in front, and Bouchard unable to keep it in at the blue line. He didn't really get all of that puck. 90.4 miles an hour. The Seattle Kraken penalty kill ranked right down there as one of the worst in the NHL alongside us. Just at 72 or some odd percent. This is going to be flipped back into the Oilers' end. 8:54 to go. Bouchard will pick this puck up. 1:19 to go in this first period. Connor McDavid will pick it up across the blue line, leave it there for Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge back to the blue line for Bouchard. Casually plays it down to Nuge. He will play it down to McDavid. Near side pass to Draisaitl. Tried to glove it down because he thought he was going to lose the puck. Didn't. Good play there. And Bouchard back to Nugent-Hopkins. High point. Now Bouchard across to McDavid. He's going to rip the shot on. Blocked in front by Grubauer. Scramble up. The puck comes back to the point. Bouchard over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl with the puck. He will play in front. Can't get it back to Hyman. Nice tip back to Bouchard, who keeps the puck in. This one will be dished over to Draisaitl. Now back. The one-timer. Oof. Just about scored there for Draisaitl. Missed the net, however. Down the length of the ice. And now Stuart Skinner will get it out to play the puck. McDavid takes the seat, so does the rest of the top power play unit. And this second power play unit that has been trying their best to keep pace with the top unit is back on the ice. Here's Gagne across the line. Carrion, he lost the handle and is fired down the length of the ice, and that will do it. With about 15 seconds to go on the power play for the Oilers, they are done and dusted here, as they are not going to be able to carry in quick enough to get this job going. Here's Kane in on the rush now. He'll tip it down low. Hi, baby kitty. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. As this one will be the Oilers playing it across now. Here's Nurse down low. Shot by Gagne. Can't get it on net. Cleanly enough. Now here's Ekholm over to Nurse. The shot fired again. Blocked there by Philip Grubauer, who's had a pretty good start to this period despite giving up the one goal. That was a beauty from Zach Hyman. This one now picked up by the Oilers at the Kraken blue line. Turnover almost immediately. And with 7:04 to go here in the first period of play, this will come back the other way as the Kraken will backhand behind Darnell Nurse. 6:55 remaining here in this first period of play. And the Oilers really not doing much substance after that little burst of energy there after the goal against the Kraken. And now here comes James Hamblin, who will play it up off the boards. He can't do it to get it deep into the Kraken zone. So low quickly at their blue line, regroup. Okay, Tice. Regroup. 6:30 to go as this one's played ahead by the Seattle Kraken. Picked up over by Jaden Schwartz. Schwartz will get going, and now this one into the near side corner in the Oilers zone. 6:20 remaining here in the first period of play. Schwartz fires the shot, blocked there by Dylan Holloway. He's got his motor running. He got taken down, and looks like the Edmonton Oilers will be heading to the box. And Flipperdo, this is the first comment I've answered in a while. Am I still drinking my BioSteel? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The old habit there got expensive, and obviously not going out on the truck every day has kind of cost me the time and ability to stop and pick up BioSteel every day. So if you want to blame the Oilers not winning on something, that is likely your culprit right there. Have not been drinking the BioSteel once this season, and I guarantee you if I were to turn around and drink BioSteel on game day tomorrow, or on Monday or whenever it is, I imagine we would go out there and win. This one's going to come back in behind. Shot played down low, can't do it. Draisaitl trying to come up with this puck. He's unable to do it up until he gets back to the blue line. He actually was able to do it. Never mind. Near side pass to Nugent Hopkins. This one plays back to Bouchard. Hyman in front. Scores! Zach Hyman on the doorstep scoring a vintage power play goal. And the Edmonton Oilers jump out to a 2-0 lead on back-to-back goals from Zach Hyman. You love to see it. Zach Hyman doing his thing. 5:51 to go here in this first period. And McDavid, nice little chance to try and flip it off the mask. Didn't work out. And then Draisaitl retrieved the puck. Bouchard gets it back from Nugent Hopkins right there. And he just threads the needle through traffic. It hits Grubauer, and then Hyman smacks it in, as Hyman often does, in front of the net. And the Oilers looking a little bit more Edmonton Oilers here tonight against the Seattle Kraken. Play with whatever theory you might. I believe this Edmonton Oilers team is maybe a little bit awake finally this evening, scoring 2 goals, 1 on the power play and 1 or 2 chances. You don't mind seeing that. So hopefully the Edmonton Oilers can do a little something this evening for us. This one's now going to be picked up by the Oilers back to the blue line for the Kraken. Now they're going to fire the shot. Blocked in front. Skinner scrambling. Can't seem to do the job. And this one's now going to be picked up by Darnell Nurse. Fired up over around the boards. And this one now back behind for the Kraken as the Oilers continue to try and muscle the Kraken off the puck. Can't seem to do it. Justin Schultz, the shot. Misses wide of the net. 5:06 to go here in this first period of play. The Kraken right in front, can't do it, and the Oilers are going to see it flip down the length of the ice. That's not going to have enough legs for an icing call, as Justin Schultz held up trying to get that one. 4:50 to go here in this first period of play, friends. We're just about to hit that 100 viewer mark. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Really do appreciate it, as this one's going to come back into the Oilers zone. Vinny Desharnais will pick this one up and get it high to Dylan Holloway. Picked up now by Nugent Hopkins and played on the dump in. This is going to be Philip Grubauer playing it along the boards. Picked up now by the Kraken in the middle of the ice. Now a nice play to Adam Larsson, who will carry across the blue line. Down along the near side. He'll room it around, and the Kraken once again still in possession. Nice heavy forecheck by the Seattle Kraken. Draws a penalty on Dylan Holloway. And the Seattle Kraken will head to the power play here in a matter of moments. Friends, welcome aboard Dolynny TV. Thank you again for being here. If you are new, I would like you to consider hitting that subscribe button on the channel. It's been my great pleasure to bring you Oilers hockey once again this year, and obviously not the start we've hoped for, but tonight it has been the start we've hoped for. So hopefully that translates here for the Oilers the rest of the way home this evening, and then we can find a way to win a hockey game, our third of the season by chance, if the Edmonton Oilers are going to have just enough luck to do it this evening. All right, friends, where are we at? We should be getting close here in a matter of moments. Just to say, we should take a quick watch time check, as we are very close to getting things done here in a matter of moments. 4.4 divided by 60. How about that? 62 hours watched on the stream. So we are off and running this evening. You'll love to see that. And obviously, too, we'd love to see the Oilers come up with a good rest of the effort here in this first period of play. That would be huge. And hopefully my eyeballs are kind of calming down here by the end of the first period. Maybe I can continue on this evening. All right, what do we got? Commercial break time, friends. I'm going to quickly send you a commercial of my own if I haven't done that already. And as we are currently sitting as well, the Seattle Kraken have 4 shots on goal. The Oilers have 10. The Kraken have 4 hits. The Oilers have 1. The Oilers have won 70% of the draws. They're 1 for 2 on the power play. And the Kraken are about to head to the power play here. The Oilers have 2 giveaways, but 2 takeaways and 3 block shots aside, as that is some good work from Zach Hyman, scoring both goals tonight. And Patrick, the Oilers are burying them tonight, which is very, very nice to see. Finally, at long last, the Edmonton Oilers going out there and scoring goals. And Holloway, I'm not sure why he ended up kind of rubbing his man out that way, pushing the arm into the board. A moment here. And there we go. Sorry, lost connection for a brief moment. My apologies, friends. That tends to happen once in a while every Saturday night. That'll happen. There we go. We're good. We're back live. We're good to go. All right. Sorry, lost you there for a moment, but there it is. 3:36 to go in this first period of play. Okay. My apologies that we lost a little connection there. That'll happen. 3:26 as Derek Ryan fires it up off the boards and down the length of the ice. The camera guy kind of shakes his way down the ice. And this will be Philip Grubauer out to play this puck. Given chase was Ryan McLeod for a brief moment. And now picked up ahead by Justin Schultz. 3:08 to go in this first period. As this one just is the period that doesn't want to end for some reason. It's been a long first period, to be honest with you. It's already 8:42. I mean, technically only about 35-minute first period. Hi, Boo. How you do? Coming up? As the Kraken get a good chance towards the net. I don't think they ever solved on net. And 2:42 to go here in this first period of play. The shot fired. Skinner sees it directed up and out of play. And we will have a stoppage in play with 2:38 to go here in this first period of play. There you go, Boo. Get up there. As we are going to have the face-off to the right of Stuart Skinner. And Bergstrand fired that puck on net. Skinner, a good pad save. Like to see that. And then is this the block in front? Or no, that's a reverse angle of Stuart Skinner right here. 2:38 to go here in the first period of play. Leon Draisaitl will get this puck down to the right of Stuart Skinner. 3 goals against on 18 shots against the Sharks. Another rough night for Stuart Skinner. That is indeed against the San Jose Sharks. You'd like to see him start saving some pucks at some point. And tonight he's got 5 on 5 so far. 2:34 to go here in this first period of play. The Oilers manage to clear Dylan Holloway standing in the box with 15 seconds to go. And this will be played back down. Cody Ceci looking to make this play. Tip to the near side boards. It'll be Leon Draisaitl drifting that puck to nowhere. That was a bad play there for the Edmonton Oilers. But the Kraken, however, with it in their own zone. 2:10 to go here in this first period of play. Played ahead. Cut off briefly by an Oilers stick. Now played by Yanni Gourde across the Kraken offensive blue line. Stuart Skinner will pick this puck up and freeze that one in front. And we'll have yet another stoppage in play. All right. Here we go, friends. We are just about ready for this hockey game to keep going here as we look to conclude the first period of play. Like I said, it's been an interesting long first period. It's 8:44. I'm falling asleep. Like I said, I've now watched, well, by the end of this game it would be 8 periods of hockey today, so my eyeballs are a little giving up on me. 3 periods of RMAA Renegades hockey at the Standard and Rosebud Arena. And this one is going to be fired down into Kraken territory. Nice play there for Zach Hyman. Played back high to the point. The shot fired towards the net. Doesn't drift on. $1:45 to go here in this first period. The Kraken with a great outlet pass. And that's the thing. The Oilers defense has been standing a lot taller tonight so far against the Seattle Kraken than we've seen in a long while. As this one comes to Evander Kane, it's going to be flipped into the corner. This is going to be Nugent Hopkins playing along the wall. This is Zach Hyman trying to cut this one down. Shot fired on net. Now a chance. Hyman in front. Scores! Hyman the hat trick! And the Oilers up 3-0. Zach Hyman doing the heavy lifting with a $1:20 to go in this first period of play. You love to see it. A scramble in front of the net. They drove that in there deep. I didn't know where that puck was, but don't worry about it. Zach Hyman did, and well, he will take that one home to the back of the net right there. A good little soft chip into the corner. The Oilers win the puck battle, won by Zach Hyman. Nuge plays it down low. Kane gets a touch on it. He got pushed in the paint, and then Zach Hyman just cleans it up in front. When you need a hero, you know, Zach Hyman's making a lot of money too, and he comes up with a huge goal there for the Edmonton Oilers. That is for sure. Kane gets pushed in. He pushes it back, and Hyman rips it glove side on Philip Grubauer. And the Natty Hattie tough for Zach Hyman as Fogle fired on net. Like I said, 3-0. 4-0 was what we needed to see after the first period of play, and that's the case here for the Oilers with a minute to go. Bouchard pounds it on net, and Grubauer will make the save. So, yeah, that is a huge get for the Edmonton Oilers here, who seem to be rolling in this first period of hockey, looking to win game number 3 of the year exactly a month into this season. Friends, we're about to bust 1,000 views on the stream. Again, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Really do appreciate that. I've got one story left to tell you after the period ends, and then I think I will be dipping up on out of here. It's the second career hat trick for Zach Hyman. We all remember the days as an Edmonton Oiler where he could not, for the life of him, score a hat trick if he tried. Busted through, I believe, last year, and now all of a sudden he is looking to roll down the stretch here this season as he gets his offense going. The shot fired on net. Couldn't do it. Now picked up by Warren Fogle, who backhands down low. Here's Draisaitl. The shot loads right off the pads of Philip Grubauer. And what a good first period here, Laura. I agree with you. From the Edmonton Oilers, tipped back into play by none other than Matthias Ekholm down low. And we're going to see what happens here as it's picked up by Connor McDavid and frozen quickly on the backhand shovel to the middle of the ice by Philip Grubauer. And friends, really all it comes down to is the Oilers, as Liz is saying, keep up the pressure the rest of the way home this evening. 3:52 to go in this first period of play. 3-0 the lead for the Oilers on 16 shots. They're cashing in their shots, but it's all by one man. That is huge for the Edmonton Oilers. This one back to the point. Cody Ceci plays it down low. Ryan McLeod in behind the net. He has it sealed off. Back to the point. We got one more opportunity here with a moment left. Darnell Nurse off the back of the ice. Here's McLeod chopping at it in front. Cody Ceci rips the shot up over top. All the way! All the way! Scores the goal, and he is off the schneid. His season has officially started. What a bounce. A couple of them up over top of the net. And the Edmonton Oilers take a 4-0 lead on the Seattle Kraken. What a bounce off the boards right there. Dylan Holloway swipes it up over top as this one comes up over top one more time, and then Holloway puts it home. No mistake on the near side as just a weird bouncing puck from what I guess you could call the third line tonight, and he just puts it home. No mistake right there, as that is a huge bounce for Dylan Holloway, who was all around the net for 12 games, and he's finally gotten rewarded with his first goal of the year. 8 seconds to go in this first period of play, friends. 4 goals out of the gate. You like to see it. The Oilers have responded, and there you go, 4-0. What a period from the Edmonton Oilers. That courtesy of Gillis TV on the text line. As my goodness, friends, we are rolling along this evening. Zach Hyman and Dylan Holloway, the heroes so far. It's 4-0 for the Edmonton Oilers. Just to say, Evander Kane with the assist on the marker for Zach Hyman. Evan Bouchard with the assist on the second Hyman goal. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with his 7th assist on the 6th goal of the season by Zach Hyman. Hyman's 7th from Evander Kane's 8th assist. And then Dylan Holloway on his first goal of the year, unassisted. So, as we've said, friends, it takes one to start a streak, and the Oilers are hoping to do that tonight. What I am going to leave you on, though, this evening, as I'm going to head out of here. My eyes just simply physically can't deal with the lights. I got to shut them off and sit in the dark the rest of the night, and unfortunately, it's no fun to sit here and watch me in the dark. This Army Renegades jersey, you've seen it added to the wall here over the past weekend. There's a special reason why. Over the past few months, I've been working on realizing a lifelong dream, okay? And this is a huge thank you to every single one of you, game in, game out, during the NHL playoffs last spring, and of course throughout the summer and the preseason this year, that tuned into Dolynny TV, hung out with me, whether it be on videos, live streams especially, and thanks to you guys back home, we were able to do something really nifty for a bunch of kids here in the local Didsbury, Carstairs, and Crossfield area. Right here on the back. It's upside down, but you can read it clear as day. You know what that logo is. I was able to go out there this year, help design a jersey for a buddy's kids team, a couple buddies' kids team, and of course sponsor them for the kids. Parents didn't have to pay out of pocket for, of course, a sport that we all know is very expensive. And again, that's not thanks to me. That's thanks to you friends back home, sitting here, game in, game out, tuning in with me through the good and the bad and through the ugly and the pretty, as it's been a special ride the past year here on Dolynny TV, and we now get to sit back and kind of go out there and give back a little bit as well. So I'd like to say a huge thank you and a hats off to all you back home that have been able to make some huge dreams of mine come true. Thank you very much for that. Friends, with that, I will leave you one more time saying thank you for 13,000 subscribers. We will talk obviously later tonight for the post game, but I'm going to go rest my eyes a little bit here so that I can go call a hockey game in Strathmore tomorrow for those U13 RMAA Renegades. So friends, thank you for being on board for the ride tonight. It's 4-0 for the Oilers after 1. It's looking good, and I'm hoping we bring home win number 3 of the season. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. As always, friends, it's been a pleasure. I am